So guys, I got the answer to the question you guys have all been asking yourselves. So where is the New World Order capital going to be? Is it going to be New York City? Paris? Beijing? Where? I know the answer. Let's see. Kazakhstan. Very nice. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was cringy, but I had to do it. Okay, I'll show you. It's really not like this anymore. Let's look. Check it out. That's Astana, Kazakhstan. In 1999, it actually looked a lot like Borat. But in 2012, they made quite a bit of progress. Look, they added a couple of Freemasonry pillars, a pyramid on a building, maybe a World Cup trophy. We should probably take a closer look. Whoa, check it out. That's pretty impressive. Kind of looks like Vegas at night. Maybe that is a World Cup trophy. Or maybe it's a big monument to the sun. Or maybe the World Cup trophy is a monument to the sun too. We should probably look in the daytime. Whoa, check it out. Check out the owls. Is that Moloch? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's probably Moloch. Yeah, you got the big Freemasonry towers right there, pillars. Probably one's to the sun, one's to the moon. Got big, almost looks like a White House in the middle of it. Fountains, It's very pretty. Very pretty. Let's look some more. Whoa. Yeah, that's a big bird. I think that's a phoenix. And we know that phoenix rise from ashes. I wonder what's going to be in ashes when that phoenix rises. I got a few ideas. It's flying toward what looks to be a pyramid. Yeah, that's definitely a pyramid. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, that's definitely a pyramid. Little Illuminati-ish. Yeah, I mean exactly what it is. It's actually called the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. When they say peace and safety, you know what happens. Let's take a look inside. There you go. You knew there was an evil eye somewhere. Yeah, an eye with the sunburst right around it, and a big round table. I guess that's where Sauron's telling them all what to do. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? Yeah, they're not hiding anything in there, are they? Let's look some more. Whoa, is that a giant spaceship? Or is that an arena where the Hunger Games will be played? Maybe it's both. Either way, pretty cool. Definitely cool. So yeah, you guys probably hadn't seen this place before, have you? I have a feeling it's kind of important. One thing's for sure, it's very nice.
What in earth could pyramids, fallen angels, giant craters, and this guy have in common? Stick around. You're going to want to find out. I don't do a lot of scrolling, but Jillian's video came up that I'm about to show you, and I'm going to let you watch, and then we're going to break it down, and go follow her on whatever platform you're on.
What if I told you that our next president is being referred to as a phoenix rising from the ashes? Let's walk through how this phrase both ties into the occult and the golden age of Aquarius. Let's talk about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Interesting name, right?
Very interesting name. I couldn't help that Golden Dawn kind of reminded me of Golden Dawn. Do we think maybe there's a reason he's always looking so golden? Keep this in mind.
Interesting name, right? In this occult doctrine, they believe that the phoenix is a symbol of resilience through tribulation, life, death, and rebirth. Golden Dawn is a magical order that's active in Great Britain, and their teachings emphasized theurgy and spiritual development. The Golden Dawn is directly associated with Aleister Crowley and his teachings of do what thou wilt, which are the basic emphasis on Genesis 6 in the Marine Kingdom. So this order was divided into 3 parts. First order only focused on esoteric philosophy and Hermetic Kabbalah, as well as the classical elements, astrology, tarot, and geomancy. The second order was called the Red Rose and the Golden Cross, and they focused more on scrying and alchemy. The third order is a lot more interesting. They are called the Secret Chiefs, and get this, they are believed to be highly skilled spiritual entities, who are the authorities of this order and basically directed the agenda to the lower levels. So this order is literally documented to be under direct control from fallen angels. And here's the kicker. With its founding in 1888, Golden Dawn claimed that its founding would usher in a golden age for the
Wow, so much good information there. And let me tie it all together for you. First, do you remember this part?
What if I told you that our next president is being referred to as a phoenix rising from the ashes?
And it's being said a lot, not just in that one story, but here's another example of how Donald Trump receives a rock star reception like a phoenix rising from the ashes. And boy, you know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of this phoenix in Kazakhstan. This phoenix in Astana, Kazakhstan, that points right there at that pyramid. This pyramid, that at the top of it has a meeting chamber with 200 seats, 200 exact seats, 200 perfectly circular, arranged, beautiful seats right there. And then do you remember this part of her post?
The Secret Chiefs, and get this, they are believed to be highly skilled spiritual entities, who are the authorities of this order and basically directed the agenda to the lower levels. So this order is literally documented to be under direct control from fallen angels. And here's
Interesting that she said the Secret Chiefs were under direct control from the fallen angels. Do you know how many fallen angels the Book of Enoch talks about that were originally sent down? 200. Do you remember how many seats I said were in the top of this pyramid? Oh yeah, 200. The one that this phoenix was pointing right at, and they keep referring to this guy as the Phoenix Rising. And if there were 200 of these guys banished down here from God, I wonder if he sent them down with authority.
We were not stone then, but light. It was not our place to interfere. Yet we chose to try and help mankind, and when we disobeyed the Creator, He punished us.
We all know how they like to put the truth in movies, right? Well, did you ever know how many giant craters there were in the Earth? Oh, 200. What a strange number. You know what else has 200? Countries. There are about 200 countries. Again, interesting number. Now, if they're referring to him as the Phoenix in this pyramid with 200 seats at the top, clearly is paying tribute to a phoenix, it's almost like that phoenix would be the leader of those 200 fallen angels. And I don't remember where, but I feel like I've seen a video where someone talked about how this 2,000-year-old statue that looks just like Elvis, and the original Statue of Liberty face looks just like Elvis, and somehow Elvis looks just like somebody else. And I know I've seen somewhere that someone has posted on how the Statue of Liberty is actually the statue of Lucifer. But if that pyramid in Astana, Kazakhstan really was linked to Lucifer, you'd think they'd have some sort of giant torch, kind of like the Statue of Liberty does. Because after all, Lucifer is the light bearer. And I don't know about you, but I feel like there should be some sort of anagram that I can make with those letters. And I'll give you a clue. It's not Santa. But of course, all this is just for entertainment purposes. I'm just doing this to jumble your mind and confuse you. I don't really think that the Statue of Liberty is actually a depiction of him. And that him I pointed to is really him. I mean, definitely not. Their faces would be symmetrical. And we would be able to tell because look, he's got dark hair. It's not like if we lightened that hair up a little bit and changed the color of the eyes, that it would look like that other guy at all. And obviously the 200 of everything is just a coincidence. So what? There's 200 perfectly formed craters and 200 countries and 200 seats at the top of a random pyramid in a town called Asatana, where a phoenix points at it. And so they refer to him as a phoenix. And we're in a golden dawn. And he looks like Golden Dawn. You guys in your wild imaginations, man, what will you think of next? Again, all for entertainment purposes. I'm here for your entertainment. I'm a satirical commentary humor guy. None of this is real.
So, the Pope's just been handed a pearl white Arabian horse. If this isn't a symbolic, powerful statement to the world, I don't know what is. I mean, when the man in white receives the white horse, this isn't just photo op politics. This echoes straight from the pages of Revelation. In Revelation 6:2, it talks and says, "And I looked, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow and a crown, and was giving unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer." Now, the white horse is a symbol of conquest, of divine deceptive power, depending on, who's riding it. Now, in 2025, with the world on the edge of digital control, economic collapse, and the talk of a world governance, the timing couldn't be any more poetic. Just look at what's going on in the world. We're all distracted now with politics and peace treaties, and the Vatican is literally receiving this glamorous white stallion called Proton. Think about that name, Proton. The first particle and the beginning of the new creation. This is the world theatre getting ready for a new beginning, new creation, Literally, the Pope dressed in white, symbolically astride the first particle. This is the new start of the new order. It's ritual and it's a message right in our faces. Ultimately, this is how they speak to us, through symbols, the white horse, the white robe, the new covenant, the new world order. Every move literally right now is dripping with biblical mimicry. Whilst the world bows to a system built on deception and digital chains. And most people won't even notice. They'll just say, "What a nice gesture," to the Pope. Honestly, nothing in this world is random. Remember, every prophecy has its performance, and right now, the stage is being set.
Squad, move out. Simmons report.
The target is under control. Sector is clear. Awaiting orders.
Sometimes the best way out is to get rid of the witness.
What do you mean?
This is an order. Nothing personal.
Born in the fire, I rise from the pain. Chains on my soul, but I break from the chains.
Simmons, you stay behind. That's not a request.
Ready to fight.
I trusted you, brother. I never expected the blow to come from you.
This is the end.
I am the darkness, I live for the fight.
You want her back, soldier? The world already buried you, but I can dig you out for a price.
I'd walk through hell itself if it meant holding her one more time.
That's a direct order. Do it now.
They think I'm their weapon, but I am their curse.
Born in the fire, I rise from the pain. Chains on my soul, but I break from the chains. Hell couldn't hold me, I'm back in the night. Spawn in the shadows, I'm ready to fight.